Have you ever wondered what it's like to live in a land where ancient traditions dance with modern challenges, where the roar of a lion echoes through vast wildernesses? Let's embark on an enlightening journey to Mozambique. Nestled in the heart of southern Africa, this country is a mosaic of breathtaking landscapes, rich cultural heritage, and compelling stories of resilience. Join us as we delve into the heart of Mozambique, exploring its unique facets. Number 1. A hidden gem in Africa. Have you ever dreamt of a place where the sun kisses the ocean and the beaches whisper tales of ancient mariners? Welcome to Mozambique, the unsung hero of the African continent. Often flying under the tourist radar, this country is a treasure trove of eye-popping landscapes, from whispering palm trees to forests that could double as movie sets. And let's not forget the climate. It's like Mother Nature picked her favorite child. It's where your wallet breathes a sigh of relief. Number 2. The Giraffes Comeback. Once upon a time in Mozambique, the giraffes played a dangerous game of hide-and-seek with extinction. But guess what? They're making a Hollywood-worthy comeback. Around 250 South African giraffes have decided to call Mozambique home, thanks to some superhero-level conservation efforts. These tall, spotted celebrities are now strutting across the Mozambican plains, showing off their long necks and fluttering eyelashes. Number 3. A safari paradise. Imagine a land where the only traffic jams are caused by zebras crossing, and the only morning alarm you need is a lion's roar. That's Mozambique for you. Covering over 12% of the country, its conservation areas are like nature's theme parks, minus the long queues. The Niassa National Reserve, a jewel in Mozambique's natural crown, is so vast you could fit a small country in it. Here, spotting a wild dog is like winning the wildlife lottery, and the only cat videos are of lions and leopards in the wild. Number 4. Rhinos. Imagine a world where rhinos are more than just a memory or a picture in a book. Mozambique's turning that into reality. These rhinos aren't just big, they're a big deal. After taking an unwanted break due to poaching and unrest, they're back in the game, thanks to some cross-border teamwork with South Africa. White and black rhinos are taking their first steps back into the wild Mozambican yonder, a real-life rhino reboot. Number 5. Forest exploitation and environmental concerns. Mozambique's forests are like the lungs of the land, but they've been gasping for breath, especially along the Beira Railway and Zambezia province. These green havens have been hit hard, with trees falling faster than dominoes. It's not just about chopping wood, it's about striking a balance with nature. The rise of eucalyptus plantations and the slow pace of reforestation add to the environmental headache. Addressing these challenges is crucial. Number 6. Education and healthcare. Going to school in Mozambique can feel like attending a concert, overcrowded and buzzing, but without the music. The public education system is so packed that they're giving away free knowledge. Well, they are. This has led many folks to private schools, where the only crowd is in the parking lot. Healthcare? It's a bit of a mixed bag in rural areas. Finding a doctor can be tougher than a Where's Waldo puzzle. Maputo, though, is where the magic happens with better facilities. Number 7. Endangered fauna and flora. Mozambique is like a VIP lounge for some of the world's most unique and endangered species. Here, black and white colobus monkeys swing from trees like acrobats, and Galata baboons strut their stuff with all the pride of a lion. But it's not all monkey business. These animals are crucial to the country's ecological jigsaw puzzle. Protecting them is like being a superhero for nature. It's a big job, but someone's gotta do it. Every creature, from the smallest insect to the loudest baboon, keeps Mozambique's natural world ticking. Number 8. Facing natural challenges. Mozambique and Mother Nature have a love-hate relationship. The country faces its fair share of natural mood swings, from droughts that could dry a cactus to cyclones that think they're auditioning for a disaster movie. Most Mozambicans live along the coast or near the Zambezi River Valley, which sounds picturesque until nature throws a tantrum. But here's the thing. Mozambicans are more challenging than a week-old baguette. They've mastered the art of bouncing back, making resilience a word in the dictionary and a way of life. Number 9. The diverse wildlife kingdom. If you think a zoo is incredible, wait until you see Mozambique's wildlife. It's like nature's blockbuster movie, minus the popcorn. Home to a cast of creatures that would make even a safari guide's head spin. The country boasts everything from water buffaloes to elephants and leopards who think they own the place. These animals aren't just living their best life, they symbolize Mozambique's wild heart. Number 10. The deadliest animal in Mozambique. Think the lion is the king of the jungle in Mozambique? Think again. The real boss is the Plasmodium falciparum mosquito, the tiny winged villain behind malaria. These little guys pack a punch stronger than a heavyweight boxer, making them more feared than any lion or crocodile. They're like the ninjas of the insect world, sneaky and dangerous. But Mozambicans are savvy. They fight these mini beasts with nets, sprays, and a healthy respect for the outdoors. Remember, in Mozambique, the deadliest creatures come in small packages, so don't judge danger by its size. Number 11. Culinary Delights. Step into Mozambique's kitchen and your taste buds are in for a roller coaster ride. Let's start with piri piri, the fiery sauce not for the faint-hearted. It's like a flavor explosion in your mouth, a culinary fireworks show with every bite. Then there's matapa, not your average leafy dish. Made from cassava leaves and nuts, it's a creamy, nutty delight that'll make you wonder why you ever bothered with spinach. Number 12. Agriculture and fishing. Think of Mozambique and you might picture stunning beaches and wildlife, but the real stars? The farmers and fishermen. Over 80% of the population is in agriculture and fishing, making them the unsung heroes of the economy. They're not just growing crops and catching fish. They feed millions and export goodies like shrimp, cotton, and cashew nuts. It's not just business, it's a way of life. Every time you munch on a cashew or slip on a cotton shirt, there's a good chance it started its journey in Mozambique. Number 13. The role of mining. In Mozambique, mining isn't just about digging up the earth and finding shiny things. It's a major player in the economy, with gold and tantalum, the stuff in your smartphone, taking center stage. But it's not all glitter and gold. Mining brings challenges, like ensuring Mother Nature doesn't get the short end of the stick. Number 14. Urban versus rural life. Picture Mozambique as a country with a split personality. There's the urban side with cities like Maputo, Beira, and Nampula buzzing like a beehive on a caffeine rush. Then there's rural Mozambique, where life moves at the speed of a stroll, and homes are more au naturel. We're talking traditional huts. This contrast is like flipping between two very different TV channels. The city is all about the hustle and bustle, while the countryside is about keeping traditions alive under the African sun. Number 15. A Mosaic of Language. Mozambique is like a language buffet, over 80 to choose from. Portuguese might be running the show as the official language, but the supporting cast is just as impressive. You've got Swahili, Shona, Sangha, and more, each adding spice to the cultural stew. It's like walking through a living, breathing, chattering museum of linguistic diversity. Number 16. Maritime economy and tourism. Think of Mozambique's coastline as a giant welcome mat to the world, stretching along the Mozambique Channel. It's like nature's masterpiece with a side of economic savvy. The coastline isn't just for postcard-perfect photos. It's a bustling hub of maritime activity. Picture natural harbors where ships bob like ducks in a bath, white sandy beaches that could star in a sunscreen commercial, and fertile lands that are greener than your neighbor's envy. And let's not forget the Zambezi River. It's not just a pretty face, it's also a powerhouse, quite literally, with its hydroelectric potential. Number 17. A Turbulent History. If Mozambique's history were a movie, it would be an action-packed thriller. Since independence in 1975, it's been a bumpy ride. Picture a government tussle between Marxists and anti-communists that could rival any Hollywood blockbuster. This period wasn't just a few pages in a history book. It left deep scars and shaped the nation. It's like Mozambique had to navigate a maze blindfolded. Understanding this tumultuous past is key to getting the full picture of today's Mozambique, a country that's learned to dance beautifully even in the rain of its challenging history. Number 18. Civil War and its Aftermath. Talking about Mozambique's civil war is like recounting a heart-wrenching drama. Starting in 1977, this period was tougher than a $2 steak. It wasn't just about the staggering loss of human life. The war left the country's wildlife in tatters too. Once buzzing with wildlife, national parks turned eerily quiet as up to 90% of large mammals vanished. It's a stark reminder of how human conflicts can echo through nature. Number 19. The Dark Legacy of Slavery. Talking about Mozambique's history and skipping the slave trade would be like eating a pizza without cheese. It just wouldn't be right. The 18th century cast a long, dark shadow, with Mozambique becoming an unwilling hub in this grim trade. It's a chapter that's as painful as stepping on a Lego barefoot, but it's crucial to remember. This period left deep visible and invisible scars on the country and its people. Recognizing this tragic part of Mozambique's past is vital. Number 20. Lake Niassa and legendary sea serpents. Let's dive into the mystical world of Lake Niassa, shared with Malawi and Tanzania. This isn't your average lake, it's the stuff of legends, complete with tales of sea serpents like the Zimwe. Think of it as Loch Ness's tropical cousin. These stories aren't just campfire tales, they're woven into the cultural fabric of Mozambique, adding a layer of mystique to its natural wonders. Lake Niassa's legendary sea serpents are like Mozambique's mythical mascots, reminding us that sometimes the most fascinating stories are the ones that science can't explain. Number 21. Ponta de Ouro. Ponta de Ouro is like Mozambique's poster child for paradise. Picture this: golden sands like powdered sugar under your feet, waves whispering secrets to the shore, and resorts that make you feel like royalty on a budget. It's a hit, especially with South Africans, who probably come for the sun and stay for the charm. And let's not forget Ponta de Ouro. It's not just a beach, it's a nursery for loggerhead and leatherback turtles. Number 22. A new constitution. Adopting a new constitution in November 1990 marked a significant shift towards democracy in Mozambique, introducing multi-party elections, universal suffrage, and press freedom. This legal framework laid the foundation for a more open and inclusive society. The abolition of the death penalty and the recognition of workers' rights to strike were also crucial steps in ensuring human rights and social justice. Number 23. The rise of gas and oil industries. Strike oil in Mozambique is like hitting the jackpot in the geological lottery. The discovery of natural gas and oil off the northern coast shakes the economy like a smoothie in a blender. It's brought new players to the table, with countries like South Africa and China getting in on the action. But it's not all champagne and caviar. This boom comes with its own bag of challenges, like making sure the environment isn't left holding the short straw. Number 24. Cultural influences. Mozambique's culture is like a well-seasoned stew, simmering with Portuguese influences and local traditions. Picture a place where European languages meet African rhythms in a dance as old as time. The legacy of colonial rule hasn't just left its mark in history books, it's infused in everyday life, from how people speak to how they celebrate life and spirit. This cultural cocktail isn't a static exhibit in a museum. It's a living, breathing, constantly evolving identity. Number 25. The HIV/AIDS crisis. In Mozambique, the fight against HIV/AIDS is like an uphill marathon. Long, tough, but not without hope. With one of the highest rates in the world, it's not just a health issue, it's a shadow that hangs over millions. But Mozambicans aren't just sitting back, it's all hands on deck, from grassroots awareness campaigns to international aid. This battle isn't just about pills and doctors, it's about changing minds, breaking stigmas, and knitting a tight safety net that no one person slips through. This journey through Mozambique is more than a mere exploration. It's an invitation to understand and appreciate a country as beautiful as it is complex.